peach blossom forest at the foothills of the southern shrine, early morning. Using true energy as a chisel, transforming characters into pictures, and replacing chisels with painting techniques. Painting and carving are almost the same, don't mind the small details. You didn't say chisels have to be used. Taking shortcuts isn't necessarily wrong, however, since you've mastered the skill of engraving with true energy. Why did you carve the last one with your own hands? I intended to give one as a gift to the hero, but I thought he wouldn't carry a stone with him, so I didn't give it. A gift? Blood relationships and love between siblings. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Not only has your cultivation over the past few days failed at the last moment, but your problem has also worsened. Ordinary methods are now ineffective for you. My heart wasn't in my cultivation, so I got what I deserved and caused you to worry, blind monk. So, is there still hope for me? I've been thinking these past few days and have come up with 2 options for you, little donor. Are there 2 options? Since little donor has been cultivating by my side these past few days, I've gained a basic understanding of the Liantai Monastery's 7 emotions as a reflection of one's inner self. I can confirm it won't conflict with my world-purifying lotus blossom technique. The first option is to teach you the world-purifying lotus blossom technique, with its pure characteristics. This technique can shield you from all inner demons and fears, allowing you to ignore the torment of the inner self and resolve your confusion. The next few years are a prime period for cultivation, considering your talent, little donor. Mastering 2 advanced martial arts simultaneously wouldn't be difficult. You will major in the 7 emotions as a reflection of one's inner self, and minor in the world-purifying lotus blossom technique. These 2 will complement each other, potentially allowing your Buddhist cultivation to surpass both mine and your master's. But, can you casually teach the Vermilion Bird Temple's martial arts to others, blind monk? Strictly speaking, the world-purifying lotus blossom technique is my own creation. If I wish to teach it to others, it isn't restricted by the Vermilion Bird Temple's rules. Blind monk, you previously mentioned that you were 28 when you achieved minor success in the world-purifying lotus blossom technique. Did you create this martial art in your 20s? You are incredible. Yes, I was young and reckless then, overestimating my abilities. However, I began developing it. I wasted too much time reaching my current level, fallen short compared to prodigies of my generation. Therefore, after much thought, I've come up with a second option for you, little donor. Since the world-purifying lotus blossom technique is my own creation, I haven't seen the path beyond the innate realm 5th layer clearly. If the path ahead is a dead end, I fear I might misguide you, little donor. The second option is to bestow upon you a great opportunity. How can one, though living in a defiled land, not be defiled like the lotus flower? How do we live amidst illusions and not get tainted and not attacked by diseases? How to expound all beings, the way to nirvana? This samridu, gathered through the world-purifying lotus blossom technique, can help one attain sudden enlightenment and dispel inner demons. Little donor, your problem lies in not recognizing your own confusion. This will aid you. Are you alright, blind monk? In all the world, whatever is born must die. Life looks long, but by nature an end there must be. This is a small price, so don't worry about me. Use it, little donor. By simply asking yourself, you can easily find the source of your confusion. At the same time, it can dispel the oppression of your inner self and prevent it from increasing your inner demons. Find the problem and calm your inner self. By cultivating for a long time, you won't be affected. Little donor can gradually explore and find the answer to her confusion. Since this object can help people realize the truth and dispel their inner demons, can it also help a practitioner of demonic arts eliminate negative influences? Little donor, are you thinking? Hero. My brother has changed since he left home. To survive in a demonic sect, such changes were necessary. Otherwise, with his temperament, he would have died with a smile even after being harvested for his life force. The Moching Sect's cultivation is designed to arouse desire through emotions. There is nothing more intense than the human heart, so it is common for these methods to alter one's disposition. Since little donor knows this, why? It's different. To protect himself, he can become stronger, wicked, or promiscuous. Any change is fine. As long as he is safe, I ask for nothing more. But lately, not only has he become mad and ferocious in fights, his behavior has also become increasingly reckless. I don't know what he has done in Dongdu, but it must be dangerous. I just feel these changes in him will harm him. If this object can help my brother, I hope to give it to him. Little donor, you are generous and love your brother dearly. However, there is a difference between a casual favor and timely help, and priorities must be set. Your problem is more urgent than how you will deal with donor Xie in the future. The future will take care of itself. Right now, this is my only wish. Moreover, if I choose the second option, I will still need to slowly find the solution. By choosing the first option, I can resolve this matter once and for all. I chose the first option. I am a cultivation prodigy. Blind monk, I will help you perfect the world-purifying lotus blossom technique in the future. It's just that you paid a huge price to produce this for me, blind monk, yet I am giving it away. Are you unhappy? Haha, I merely gave you a blessing. How you use it is up to you, little donor. Thank you, blind monk. Now I will go meet the hero. No need, donor Xie has arrived. Senior monk has spare time, taking Ran at midnight to see the Adumbra flowers bloom, not returning even by dawn. I finally found you, senior monk Ran. One incense stick later. Previously, little donor sealed her ego, cutting off the influence of her inner self, allowing her ID to surface, causing a change in disposition. However, the problem remained unsolved. Now, her confusion has turned into fear. There is fear in the little donor's heart. Her inner self has catalyzed a split in her consciousness, leading her to unconsciously seek answers. Now, what manifests is a consciousness close to her ego. Although it appears she has returned to her original state, it is extremely unstable. Her consciousness can be influenced by her inner self at any moment, making it more dangerous than before. So, senior, can Ran's problem still be resolved? There is a way to solve little donor's problem, but donor Xie, you might have some issues. Do you see this drop of dew in my hand? Focus and breathe. Draw this drop of dew into your body. You want me to absorb this thing? It's something that can help resolve hidden dangers in your martial arts. After absorbing it, meditate on the martial arts you've cultivated and ask yourself, is there any problem in the martial arts I've practiced? You'll naturally find out. Ask yourself if you've practiced any problematic martial arts. Brother's cultivation is fine and there is no hidden danger. You are now reckless, crazy, and arrogant, yet you claim you have no hidden dangers. Why are you hesitating? Use it at once. If I wanted to drug and knock you out, why would I wait till today? You've got quite a mouth, then I won't be polite to you. Don't act so familiar with me. Alright, if there really is a big problem, the system will notify me. I'll listen to Ran this time. Humph? Are these all the martial arts I've cultivated? This looks mystical. Miss Matriarch always told me that practicing too many martial arts can affect my prospects of reaching the Tao Harmony stage. This situation proves her right. These martial arts are all independent and incompatible. Without the system's help, I can't even imagine how to combine them. The finger of flowery swords is truly brilliant pair and eye-catching. Lust and lethality are intertwined and inseparable. The true art of Mara is flashy. Is it because several skills were fused together? Though the color is murky, I don't sense any problem when I touch it. It feels quite stable. The system is impressive. Xie and the owl's appearance within the enhanced spirit nurturing technique. Why does it remind me of a caterpillar? Note, Xie equals Chinger. This oddly styled thing is primary teleportation magic? I never expected even magical abilities to manifest like this. Finger of Nirvana, Fist of God, Divine Impact of Zen, Startling Rainbow Escape, Zen Technique of Joy Primary Edition, Sword Refinement by the 5 Elements, Body and Sword Fusion, all of them have no problems. The remaining are. This is? Good Lord, if it weren't for the opportunity provided by Ran's dewdrop, I wouldn't have realized how much the Everlasting Dominating Fist affects me. The Everlasting Dominating Fist draws its inspiration from humanity itself, but the Zhu version I learned takes it to another level. It emphasizes the supremacy of the self, fighting against the Werlo world, and the belief in one's own invincibility. Its benefits are undeniable. The stronger the belief, the greater the power. The desire for victory greatly amplifies my fighting spirit, making me braver with every battle, never backing down despite setbacks. However, this trait also makes me more aggressive, inclined to use violence to solve problems. If I can't accept something, I just fight. The increase in fighting spirit is a positive buff and aligns with my personality. Therefore, the system does not block the effects of the everlasting dominating fist like it did with the 8 difficulties demonic technique. The key reason why the everlasting dominating fist is so powerful lies in its domineering will to fight blocking that would render it a useless martial art. The everlasting dominating fist alone is manageable, but once combined with the Xingtian title, my battle spirit overwhelms my emotions, putting me into a relentless berserk mode until the Xingtian title deactivates, or my opponent falls. I didn't think too much about it before, but after detaching myself, I realized that after practicing the everlasting dominating fist, I've indeed become somewhat crude in handling many matters, yet this is based on absolute confidence. As long as the Xingtian title is there, I will never die. As long as the physical descent function is active, no one can trap me. The only thing I need to worry about is my cover being blown, but considering my current identity, status, and strength, who can catch me, and who would dare to? Absolute confidence is the foundation of the everlasting dominating fist. It seems that if I want to upgrade the everlasting dominating fist with little or no origin points, I need to be even more confident. The system has detected that the host is undergoing a baptism from a Buddhist martial art of high-level civilization. If the baptism is successful, the system will reduce the cost of shielding the true art of Mara's negative effects when upgraded. At the same time, the everlasting dominating fist will gain Buddhist characteristics of purification and demon destruction. Do you wish to resist? Huh! No, don't resist. Why resist such a good thing? I never expected such a pleasant surprise, my dear Ran. Brother did not care for you in vain. I made a huge profit this time. You're awake, did you gain anything from it? Yes, I gained a lot. I was crazy for a while, but now I have had an epiphany and finally understand why I was so crazy. It's good that you've gained something. How many times have I told you not to pat my head? It's unclean, finally. You must properly thank the blind monk. That dewdrop was his. I know, you are not an adorable girl. Thank you, Senior, for this opportunity. I have greatly benefited from it. I truly admire the deep sibling bond between Donor Xie and Little Donor. This blessing was originally meant for Little Donor, but she willingly gave it to you. Since it turned out this way, it must be fate. You originally gave it to Ran, Senior? I could only condense this one drop of summary dew. It was originally meant to help Little Donor find and understand her inner confusion. After using it, she would be able to see where her confusion lay and slowly find the answer without affecting her cultivation. But Little Donor gave this opportunity to Donor Xie. Hopefully, Donor Xie won't be affected by demonic arts and lose his wisdom. Don't mention it. I just don't want you, hero, to be attacked in the future due to the madness from practicing martial arts. This girl. Beep, that scared me. If Ran had used the summary dewdrop herself, my identity issue would have been exposed, and I could no longer use the excuse of practicing demonic arts to cover it up. Changing temperament is one thing, but how can I explain the knowledge and eloquence cultivated over more than 20 years in modern society, as well as my talent in poetry and song, and my outstanding martial arts skills of this era? Ran and the original Xie Yan were separated for less than 2 years. What kind of monster can go from nothing to being accomplished in both literature and martial arts in such a short time? It takes 10 years of hard study to pass the imperial examinations. This is my biggest flaw. A close shave indeed. Ah, my little sister is so considerate. Brother feels relieved. Are you deaf, hero? If you rub my head again, I'll stomp on you. Now that I've gained this benefit, what will you do? Is there a way to skip this confusion without resolving it? Wouldn't that lead to deviation if I don't face the problem? You're quite the clever one, hero. It's not like I'm worried about you or anything. What to do about this problem? Should I say I suddenly became enlightened? Or awakened innate wisdom? Buddhism has this term, right? I think Yin Ryu has innate wisdom, but it doesn't seem as exaggerated as mine. Don't worry, the summary dewdrop was only the quickest solution. Little Donor can also cultivate the oral purifying lotus blossom technique. With me, its pure characteristics won't make her obsessed with resolving inner confusion like the Liantai monasteries. 7 emotions as reflection of oneself. This girl is so virtuous, she can even obtain the senior monk's true inheritance. A fresh start? Great, I've always found that nunnery's flawed fundamental method unpleasant. It easily causes deviation and harms people. It's just that this method is more time-consuming, If Donor Xie doesn't mind, I can take little Donor to the Vermilion Bird Temple to cultivate. I don't mind at all, Senior Monk, please take this girl. I am truly grateful to you. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, everything I'm doing is to follow my Buddhist principles. Donor Xie need not be overly courteous. You two siblings haven't seen each other for a while. I won't disturb you any longer. Senior Monk, there is something I'd like to ask you. Ever since we siblings arrived in Dongdu, you have frequently helped us, and I'm truly grateful. However, I don't quite understand, what is the connection between my sister and the senior monk that warrants such dedication? For 30 years I have searched for a swordsman. Many times the leaves have fallen and budded again. Ever since seeing peach blossoms. Until now I have never doubted again. Senior monk turned out to be a riddler. What did he mean? I got it. What the blind monk is afraid of is secretly falling in love with me. Impossible. Hero, how dare you repay kindness with enmity? Do you even hear yourself? Afternoon, Madame Gongsun's residence. Elder Gongsun, I'm back. I was waiting for you, why don't you come in and speak? You have a guest, am I not? Disturbing you? I sensed a strange presence. It turns out to be Lu Feng? Why is he here? Don't be so nervous, little Xie Yan. Elder Lu isn't here on behalf of the great heavenly demon Say. Right, Elder Lu? Gua didn't send you to take me and little Xie Yan back to settle accounts, did he? Madam must be joking. I'm only here to relay a message from the Patriarch. Seeing that you and the eldest young master are well, the Patriarch and I are relieved. The internal disputes of the great heavenly demon sect are really messy. Apparently, Lu Feng is someone sent by the Patriarch. Humph, that son of a beep acts like he cares about me and my child. If he really cared, he would divorce Gua Painting and beg me to return with a grand procession. Madam. Perhaps, that day isn't too far off. Humph? Elder Lu, apparently. Are you about to ascend to the 5th layer of the innate realm? I can't hide anything from Madam. I request you both to keep this a secret. Who gives a beep about your business? But it makes sense, that Mother Beep Beep Yuting Shui has been lying low for years, waiting for the day you ascend to the innate realm 5th layer, so that you can keep Guolong in check and suppress the Blade Branch. The Blade Branch has controlled the Sect's internal affairs for decades. Numerous talented individuals have emerged within the great heavenly demon sect, but because of the Blade Branch's centralized control, most of them haven't received adequate training. In contrast, the Blade Branch had people like Xiang Wu and Guo Changyi, who had mediocre talent but hoarded resources and enjoyed perks without making any contributions. Get the hell out of here. I'm in no mood to listen to the great heavenly demon sect's matters. I stand by my word. I'm staying in Dongdu and won't go anywhere. I'll return only when Yuding Xue divorces Gua Painting. Madam. I won't bother seeing you out. Goodbye. Elder Gongsun, you? What are you thinking? If I didn't say these pleasantries, who would stop Lu Feng from calling Yuting Shui here? We wouldn't be able to escape then. That's great, I thought you had changed your mind, Elder. 3 days later. Chunsong Bookstore, Dongdu's largest chain of bookstores. As for reporting to the boss, after completing the handover of the property deed and lot number, I will leave Dongdu with a few old colleagues this evening and set off first. This is our newly signed contract, please have the boss review it. Oh? Elder Gongsun was the one who opened Chunsong Bookstores? Drunken Immortal Tower, famous for its specialty jade wine across the Tang Empire. The boss arrived just in time. I have just completed the inspection of the Han Empire's crops like sorghum, millet, and rice. There are no issues at the foundation. Drunken Immortal Tower will surely broaden the horizons of the Han Empire's people. This is my new wine recipes, please have the boss review it. Elder Gongsun opened Drunken Immortal Tower as well? Haoheng Restaurant, the most luxurious restaurant in Dongdu. The contract handover has been completed properly, however, our specialty lies in being the most luxurious restaurant in Dongdu. It will take extensive research and development to regain our current scale when we migrate to the Han Empire, so it will be quite a challenge in the future. The journey is long and challenging, but challenges also bring opportunities. I am prepared, and with 3 generations of my M family, we will help the boss establish the most luxurious restaurant in the Han Empire. Guwang Establishment, under reconstruction. The Guwang Establishment, Pink Garden, and Shaolang Garden together comprise a total of 551 employees currently. 300 people have quietly left, leaving over 100, over the next few days. We will arrange for them to leave gradually. The boss need not worry about it. Inside Dongdu, Chrysanthemum Hall, tea house reserved for high officials. Elder, just how many businesses do you own? Why are all the wine shops, restaurants, and brothels owned by you? Humph, it occupies about 10% of Dongdu's businesses. If I wasn't afraid of being investigated by the Dongdu government, the scale would have been even larger. Wow, just Elder Gongsun's migration would impact the entire business circle of Dongdu. You're back. How did the flower anniversary tournament end? Who won the championship? Why did you bring a gazette? It's not longer. That kid continued to participate despite being wounded. In the final match, he encountered a monk from the Vermilion Bird Temple and lost by just one move. This was delivered by the disciples of the flower deity cult. Old Demon Gua is about to beat up that kid. Your younger brother is unlucky to be born as his grandson. Dongdu hasn't been exactly peaceful in the last few days. Rumor has it that 3 days ago, the fake Mara launched a sneak attack on the Great Heavenly Demon Sect's quarters and attempted to devour and injured Shui Hongyu. However, he fell into the Great Heavenly Demon Sect's ambush and was killed by Guolong. This son of a beep, it didn't matter when and where you die. Why couldn't you die by the hands of the Eternal Heaven's envoys? Let alone the origin points gained from flaunting my strength, it would have also been beneficial for my hungry ghost vessel. It hasn't had the chance to devour an expert at the innate realm 4th layer since Zhou Yanping. However, this guy counterattacked before dying and severely injured Yulonger. In this situation, Yulonger still continued to participate in the Flower Anniversary Tournament. Needless to say, he is quite remarkable. It's a pity that Alpha 7 was of no use at all. I was counting on her to bait the fake Mara. Humph? Shocking. A Baldi dominates the handsome young lord. The Great Heavenly Demon Sect's young master is no match for the Vermilion Bird Temple's eldest martial brother. Newly appointed Buddhist disciple Shinhuan clinches the top spot in the tournament. Who penned this headline? Are they not afraid of offending the Vermilion Bird Temple and the Great Heavenly Demon Sect? This is the Dongdu Gazette. The gazettes from various states and prefectures in the Tang Empire are similar to a combination of the Kuning Pavilion and the Starry Sky in the Han Empire. Despite the sensational headlines, the content is quite substantial. Oh, is that so? Despite the misleading title, the content is indeed splendid. I can tell with a single glance that meticulous effort was put into its composition. The champion, Shinhuan of the Vermilion Bird Temple, is a fated Buddhist disciple, a rumored reincarnation of a guardian god, born as a bodhisattva. The runner-up, Yulonger of the Great Heavenly Demon Sect, is adept with a blade. Had it not been for his injuries, he would have been unstoppable. Securing the third place is Zhang Miao of the Loguan Sect, a spirited novice. He holds a promising future. The critiques of other exceptional contestants are precise and flattering. One review, in particular, highlights pleasing and eloquent phrases. The writer truly deserves the role of an official spokesperson. As expected from the Tang Empire that reveres martial prowess, the number of innate experts is remarkable. The top 4 are at the 2nd layer of the innate realm, with the 9th layer of the acquired realm only appearing at the 16th position. Moreover, the top 10 spots aren't monopolized by the 4 great sects. The 8th and 9th positions are held by contestants from minor sects, and the 10th position is occupied by an unaffiliated cultivator. In the next few days, there won't be any more unaffiliated cultivators. The 4 great sects are prepared to use force to recruit top-tier unaffiliated cultivators. The Flower Anniversary Tournament has concluded. In a week's time, the rare treasures of the 4 great sects will be on display. All citizens of Dongdu are invited to attend. Oh? Is it now time for all sects to showcase their treasures after the battles? The 100-Rain Sala flower continues being the flower deity cult's exhibit. The Loguan sect possesses a visualization painting depicting gods and demons, quite interesting. The Vermilion Bird Temple's exhibit is the Great Buddhist Bell of Enlightenment. Wasn't that the object that trapped me a few days ago? The Great Heavenly Demon Sect's exhibit is the Heavenly Demonic Remains at the Innate Realm's 6th layer? Northern suburbs of Dongdu, Bixiao Valley. For the purpose of healing you, I sacrificed 3 of my essence blades in succession, allowing you to temporarily ignore the influence of the blade intent and compete for the champion's position in the Flower Anniversary Tournament. Yet, in the end, you lost to a monk from the Vermilion Bird Temple? You've disappointed me, Longer. My skills were inadequate, and I couldn't live up to grandfather's expectations. The bottom line is, there was no need for you to take the lead in capturing that ancestor Mara. With me controlling the situation and disciples from the sword and energy branches present, why did you take such a risk? Ancestor Mara's martial arts help him replenish with energy and blood. If he wasn't swiftly dealt with, I feared he may devour disciples of our sect. How foolish. 2 elders from the blade branch were sacrificed at the hands of ancestor Mara. Can't disciples of other branches be sacrificed as well? This is wrong, grandfather. We were already on the scene. If we sacrificed their lives, the other disciples would develop antipathy towards the sect. You are the young master of the great heavenly demon sect, so they should protect you, not the other way around. Even if they are devoured by ancestor Mara, as long as they aren't from the blade branch, why should you care? The great heavenly demon sect has methods of appeasement. The path before the innate realm is much easier than for other sects, even if it's not a flourishing era of cultivation. Disciples at the 9th layer of the acquired realm are countless. However, resources after the innate realm are limited. If disciples from the sword and energy branches take more, the blade branch disciples will have less. Longer, you belong to the blade branch. In the future, you will represent the blade branch as the patriarch of the great heavenly demon sect. You must understand what holds greater importance. I understand. Grandfather, I'm feeling much better now. Please retract the blade intent of your essence. The prolonged dispersal of blade intent will also affect your strength, grandfather. Learn from this experience, and avoid such futile compassion in the future. Hereafter, speed up your cultivation and ascend to the innate realm 3rd layer as soon as possible. The current generation's prodigies of the Han Empire, Xie Yan and Xie Yan, are extremely strong. Longer, as the young master of the great heavenly demon sect, you cannot afford to lag too far behind them. Humph? I occasionally noticed this faint trace of energy and blood during the process of dissolving the blade intent and treating Longer's injuries in recent days. I initially thought it to be a residual trace of energy and blood scattered due to the blade intent damaging his meridians. Judging from its traits, it is actually Longer's true energy, so I should be able to easily refine and purify it. Why is it still lingering now? This is? I trust you have been well since we parted, Deputy Patriarch Gua. I have been waiting for this day. For a long time. Ridiculous. Stop struggling, Deputy Patriarch Gua. In the past 3 days, my blood and energy have already spread through your meridians via your own energy flow. Blame yourself for rushing things. In your hurry to expel the blade intent and cleanse Yulonger's meridians, you used your own body as a medium, but you didn't realize that my blood essence was already mixed with Yulonger's true energy. Blowing up to take over a body with blood essence? That's nonsense. How could such a crude trick escape my notice? But it has already spread through my meridians. The life force and the blood essence of anyone with a soul and mind can always be felt. What the hell is with this guy? Is he an undead being? Get the beep out. Are you alright? Of my body. Longer. Ha ha ha, you're still worried about others while I'm slowly devouring you. Sentient Realms, 6-armed Mahakala. You should know your place if you want to take over my cultivation. Even if I, Guolong, have to lower my realm, I'll drive you out, you mother beep beep. Prime Calamity Big Dipper, Ancient Well Incineration. Deputy Patriarch Gua? Don't chase him, protect me. Inside Dongdu. Ha, I'm finally free. He was an expert who was only one step away from reaching the innate realm's 6th layer. Even though it was a great chance, I could only absorb a bit of his blood essence, and I can only use it once like a weapon. My foundation is shallow. However, that old beepstard must not be feeling well. His realm has fallen and it is uncertain if he can get back to the 5th layer of the innate realm in his lifetime. Everything is complete, and no one can stop me from turning Dongdu into my banquet. Now, after enjoying this final banquet of blood and energy, I can finally ascend to the innate realm 5th layer. Blood harvesting formation activate. Humph? Don't waste your energy. Is this an illusion? Dark Heaven's burning demon, celestial master of fate. You can't escape today, Ancestor Mara. Bien Shurfei. How did you people know about my location? Your plan has failed. Did you really think that after causing chaos in Dongdu for so long, others would always be one step behind you? I have known about your scheme for a long time. You planted 3,721 blood poison pills in crowded areas of Dongdu. Once your plan begins, these 3,721 blood poison pills will explode, covering all of Dongdu, draining the blood essence of all its citizens, and providing you endless fuel to reach the innate realm 5th layer. The Dongdu government saw through your plan and waited for you to fall into their trap. Your blood poison pills have already been removed. I thought Guolong had killed this guy already. I only learned about this an hour ago. To deceive others, deceive oneself first. The Master Constable is careful. I've said enough for you to understand. You too, please take action. You never bothered to be honest with me, but you're not shy about bossing me around. You'd better tell me everything later. Master Constable Bien, this villain somehow absorbed some blood essence from an expert at the innate realm 5th layer. We're in the inner city of Dongdu, so we can't make a commotion, we can't use stronger techniques, so killing him thoroughly will take a long time. Don't worry, you two can do it slowly, time is on our side. No wonder a bunch of government officials suddenly appeared to evacuate the citizens ahead. They were trying to catch that fake Mara. Is this guy still not dead? The great heavenly demon sect made a false report. Should I join in? I'll dress up as Xie Yan and show everyone that he's an imposter. I just need to make a stand. If things go wrong, I'll use my sword escape to flee. Since the monks from the Vermilion Bird Temple aren't here, I don't need to worry about their great bell. About the flower deity cult's illusions, last time, I got caught because I stopped using the Vermilion Bird's demonic essence too soon. For these external illusions, I just need to keep using the Vermilion Bird's demonic essence to get through, and it won't be a big deal. Humph, Xie Yan is here as well? What's the matter? Did young Lord Ji notice something wrong? Master Constable Bien, something seems to be off. According to my secret technique, Ancestor Mara was here before, but he just changed direction and left the city. Such strong blood essence, the true martial intent is clear, so it can't be a fake body. But if young Lord Ji's technique is also accurate, then there is only one possibility. This villain is really willing to sacrifice, leaving his body behind to turn into a sea of blood to lure us, while his spirit has escaped. Should we tell the two seniors to stop wasting their efforts here? No need, this could be real or fake. This villain is tricky, and his body might still be dangerous. It's better to destroy it completely. I'm glad I was ready and asked young Lord Ji to come, or the villain might have gotten away again. His way of escaping is really hard to deal with. Even experts at innate realm 5th layer cannot easily detect it. This bone fragment has been processed using my special technique. It can be used to track his movements. But it's not as good as young Lord Ji's secret technique. It only works if you're within 500 meters of the villain. Young Lord Ji's technique can find out roughly where he is, and my bone piece can find his exact spot when you get near, if we use both together. Excellent, no matter where he runs, I'll find him. Then I shall rely on young Lord Ji. This villain is fierce, Cult Master Fa will come with you all the way. We must catch him this time. I won't let Master Constable Bien down. 1 hour later, northern suburbs of Dongdu. Universal Alignment's sevenfold dominion. You can't escape, Ancestor Mara. It really is a spiritual body. Master Constable Bien's foresight is miraculous. They have joined forces. Even the spiritual body can't shake off Xie Yan's pursuit, huh? It's hard for others to track me down. Could the problem be with my body or spirit, both of which are in the acquired realm? It looks like I have to give up this spiritual body and use my last resort. Brother Chicken always comes through. You can always find fake Mara as long as you follow Brother Chicken. Now, Brother Chicken, Cult Master Fa, fake Mara, are you guys ready? The Sword Princess of the Evil Heavens, Xie Yan, is about to arrive. Showtime. My lord, something big has happened. Northern suburbs of Dongdu, Bixia Valley, great heavenly demon sect's quarters. How is Longer? He isn't seriously hurt, but he just finished the ritual to remove the blade intent and was struck by your true energy again. He is very weak right now, so I didn't let him come over. That's great, cough cough. Please don't move, Deputy Patriarch. The Patriarch once hinted that Guolong might suffer a setback during the Flower Anniversary Tournament, so that's what he meant. Did he foresee the variable of Ancestor Mara? Or was it the young master who was the variable? How are you? I'm not dead. What about Ancestor Mara? That villain got away from my trap, but I expected that. His spirit ran to the northern suburbs, and Xie Yan and Cult Master Fa are chasing him. Things aren't looking good. I dropped by to see you on my way. Now, the Blade Branch has lost 3 elders at the innate realm 3rd layer, and even Deputy Patriarch Gua's realm has fallen due to injuries. Everything is going according to your plan. You've achieved your purpose of weakening the Blade Branch. I'm helping you because Imperial Grandfather doesn't want Deputy Patriarch Gua to wield power. But he's your grandfather, so why would you do that? Even though I'm your accomplice. Grandfather has always been kind to me, strict yet caring, giving me whatever resources I need. As his grandson, I have a lot of respect for him. But besides being his grandson, I'm also the young master of the great heavenly demon sect. I work for the benefit of the whole sect, not just one branch or person, while grandfather is a good grandparent. As the deputy leader of the great heavenly demon sect, he has been neglecting his duties. Do you still remember the 6 heavenly demonic masters? Imperial Grandfather still feels sorry for the short-lived prodigies of the great heavenly demon sect. Nowadays, except for the sect and a few enthusiasts, no one remembers these 6 people. Zhu Qingwei, the Emerald Sword; Lu Ming, the Demonic Sword; Xin Wuz, the Flaming Sword; Gua Ling, the Dominating Blade; Gua Zifei, the Dreaded Blade; Li Si, the Malevolent Energy, along with my father, one of the 10 prominent individuals of the Kaiyuan era, known as the Snow-Listening Sword. That was the golden age of the great heavenly demon sect. Until the previous sect leader passed away suddenly, and my father forged an alliance with my grandfather to ascend to power. Since then, the Blade Branch has monopolized 90% of the resources, leaving the sword and energy branches to compete for the remaining fraction. Zhu Qingwei left the sect in frustration but perished in an enemy attack. Lu Ming clashed with my grandfather and met a tragic end in the malevolent pool. Xin Wuz and Li Si vanished without a trace. As for Gua Ling and Gua Zifei, on whom my grandfather placed high hopes, one suffered a broken Taoist heart, and the other experienced a deviation. Father never told me the truth, he always told me stories, and would pose a question in the end, making me think. I never understood as a child and told him what I heard from grandfather, but father would only smirk, and I would know my answer was wrong. I had a vague feeling that if I didn't give an answer that would satisfy father, the consequences would be dire. But he didn't allow me to ask anyone else, so I was always stuck in a dead end. When Madame Gongsun took my brother with her, grandfather gave me a moonstone of dark thoughts. The moonstone of dark thoughts? Isn't that the treasure cultivated by the sword branch? It's not useful to you who practices the blade. If it was an ordinary moonstone, it wouldn't be useful to me, but this is different. This is something my brother cultivated, we are blood related, so I can use this as well. While I can use it, the techniques my brother and I practice are different, so the effectiveness is greatly reduced. Grandfather, he used a secret method to extract it from my brother and gave it to me. This is something I don't need but would harm my brother. If you were the patriarch of the great heavenly demon sect, what would you do? Father posed that nightmarish question again. Finally, I understand what my answer should be. Both of you brothers have your own sorrows. Your brother suffered more than you, alas. Grandfather's realm has fallen, dashing all hopes of ascending the innate realm's 6th layer. The most troublesome ones are also dead. The 3 branches will regain their balance. Once everything is settled, I'll bring Madame Gong's son and brother home. Thinking aloud. This is my answer. Northern suburbs of Dongdu. Why are you here, Sayani? Didn't I say not to disturb me when I'm in disguise? My lord, something's happening with Alpha 7. The little ghost I left to watch Alpha 7 sent a message saying she's acting strange. Eh? She is being possessed. Please come quickly, my lord. I get it. Give me the vision and I'll come right away. Beep, the move from the demonic cannon of the Blood Sea, 10 adversities, and true spirit that revives the true spirit in another body is so painful, it messes up memories. Beep, did Alpha 7 get forcefully taken out just like that? Huh, another person in a mask? Wait, this mask? This is like the mask that the decoy Zhou Yanping left behind after he died in the Shilin treasury. The decoy Zhou Yanping's mask had chrysanthemum flowers, but this one has plum blossoms. You is so cruel. After the contract was fulfilled, he betrayed me and joined forces with Ji Yuntao. Luckily, I had the sense to prepare multiple hiding places and hid a dark parasite in the Shiri Lu long ago. The one who came out of Alpha 7's body is the fake Mara? Then who are Ji Yuntao and the others fighting now? Humph, this guy's face isn't fully formed yet, it's changing into a human face. Oh well, a complete rebirth is good too. it washes away all the old karma. This way, I should be able to shake off Xie Yan. Relying only on used means to counter me is like trying to find a needle in a haystack in the martial arts world. I'm not afraid. How could it be him? Northern suburbs of Dongdu, Bixia Valley, Great Heavenly Demon Sect's quarters. Dude, last time while drinking, you suddenly said I had some connection with Ancestor Mara, and it really surprised me. Ancestor Mara came from the Han Tang borders, so I tracked his movements and had someone look into all the Tang Empire's experts whose paths overlapped with his during that time. You were one of them. Of course, this was just my habit. At that time, I didn't suspect you because there were many people with overlapping movements. But in Dongdu, when Ancestor Mara was chased twice and disappeared mysteriously, you were there both times, longer. Combined with the previous clue, I had to suspect you. At the time, I had no choice. If I hadn't cleaned up his mess, he would have been killed, which would have ruined my plans. He is a clone I made by combining my flesh and mind using the mask. From the moment he was born, he had the same strength and memories as me, and I could control him completely. At first, I thought I had found a treasure. But a few days later, I noticed he had a strange demonic art that let him absorb other people's blood and energy. If I wasn't alert, he would sneak out to absorb the blood and energy of living beings to cultivate. The more blood and energy he absorbed, the stronger he became without any obstacles. Soon, he reached the fourth layer of the innate realm. At that point, I realized that besides looking like me, he was nothing like me. He even started calling himself Ancestor Mara and created a group called the Eternal Heavens. After that, he became increasingly rebellious. Both times, he ignored my warnings and refused to stay in the main mask I controlled. He insisted on causing trouble outside, which led to problems. In the end, he came back to me and let me hide him using the main mask. This saved him from certain death. Such a sinister matter? Longer, you really took a risk. Weren't you scared of getting caught? That's why I need your help to get rid of him completely. If we tie up all loose ends, who will know my connection to Ancestor Mara? We must ensure he's completely dealt with. Besides the mask fragment you gave me, which can track him nearby, do you still have any control over him? I have the main mask, so he's basically my clone, but I can't control him anymore because our connection has gotten really weak. I had to make a deal with him. If he attacked Chui Hongyu and staged a scenario with me to merge his blood essence into my body, and if our plan to plot against my grandfather succeeded, then I would set him free. This mask has some sort of mechanism, so I cannot go back on my word. It is suspicious how this mask happened to fall into your hands. It is definitely hiding a big mystery. Let's investigate this further once we've eliminated Ancestor Mara. Ji Yuntao and Cult Master Fa should have caught him by now. Keep resting, I'm leaving. Humph, please remember, he'll leave behind another mask when he dies, which is his real self. If it's possible, retrieve it for me, don't leave it for anyone else. Alright. Shui Lu, Dongdu Branch. It's you, the Sword Princess of the Evil Heavens, Shilan Wei? How come you're here? I didn't expect that a vermin like you who blasphemed the ancestor would recognize me. Today is the day of your death, you imposter. Shilan Wei. Ha! What's wrong with him? I shall definitely kill you. Isn't that face? What the beep are you? How come you have Yulonga's face one moment, and then Zhou Yanping's face? Evil deity's primordial spirit enters the sword. Evil heavenly sword. Heavenly soul destroying slash. Beep, it's not even a regular body, just a puddle of fluid. Shilan Wei, I will kill you. It hurts, my energy essence is scattered and corrupted, ha ha ha. Shut up, don't be crazy. This thing went crazy after seeing my face and got even worse after being hit by my evil deity sword. He's not in good shape right now, so it's a good chance to beat him, but it's better to trap him in the ghost vessel first, or he'll escape soon. But how am I supposed to get this big puddle into the ghost vessel? Wait, maybe? Great Tao of the sword, water element. Blood river sword. You crazy thing. Why don't you come in and enjoy it? What power is this? Beep off, ha ha ha. My energy essence is scattered and corrupted, ha ha ha. Resist, come on, resist. Ghost realm. Ha, you reverted to human form? Beep, I spoke too soon. It's useless, imposter. Once you enter my artifact, you can't escape. What a strange power. it can briefly control my blood river form. But it only gave you a small opening. If my condition wasn't chaotic, you wouldn't have had any chance. You've reverted to Yulong's face again. What exactly are you? You can call me one of the 4 gentlemen Plum. Note, you can also call Plum equals May. You must have figured it out by now. I am actually a clone created by Yulong, the young master of the great heavenly demon Sect. So you're not human. It's clear you're Yulong's clone, but what's your connection with Zhou Yanping? I should thank you. If it weren't for your sword strike just now, I wouldn't have been able to completely remove Zhou Yanping's lingering curse. Don't speak in riddles, explain clearly. The ghost vessel containing a fake human is consuming origin points every second. I need to hurry up, finish the interrogation, and then kill him. You are really overbearing, Princess Xilan Wei. My previous owner was Zhou Yanping. As an artifact cultivated from his spirit, part of his spiritual imprint has always been within me. But after you slew him, the part of his spirit left in me went insane. It not only left me with the memory of his death but also constantly tried to influence me to avenge him. It's really unpleasant to have a man whispering in your ear every day, you know? When I met you just now, his remaining spirit imprint completely lost control and attempted to take over my body to seek revenge on you. Unfortunately, he overestimated himself and was severely injured by your strange sword that disrupts and corrupts energy essence. His spirit imprint was already extremely weak, after all that turmoil, and finally fighting against your sword Dao intent while you forcibly controlled the blood river form, it was completely destroyed. For that I am grateful to you. I see, no wonder the fake Mara knew the details of my battle with Zhou Yanping inside the ghost vessel. But wasn't the previous interrogation on behalf of Ji Jinya? Was this guy only trying to get revenge on Xilan Wei because he was influenced by Zhou Yanping's resentment? Hold up, why is he being so honest? He is answering everything I ask. Can he resist at all? Why are you telling me all this? The one who resented you was Zhou Yanping. Now that I'm Yulong's clone, I have no grudge against you. From impersonating Ancestor Mara to tarnishing the Eternal Heaven's prestige, all that was driven by Zhou Yanping's lingering resentment. Now that he's been completely destroyed, we can be friends. I'll believe you for now. One last question. Since you were Zhou Yanping's artifact, how did you end up in Yulong's hands? As Yulong's clone, why did you attack the blade branch of the great heavenly demon Sei? Isn't that 2 questions? It's a long story. You. Shameless. If it's a long story, don't bother. I doubt there'd be much truth in it anyway. Why don't you become food for the ghost vessel? At the same time, northern suburbs of Dongdu. The last trace of spiritual energy has been completely erased. Not a bit remains. I've finished my analysis. The energy essence has been thoroughly dispersed. He is dead. The strength of that villain's spiritual body was weak, but at one point, it suddenly surged without warning, catching me off guard. I almost let him escape. It must be that Patriarch Ming has finally destroyed his physical body, and that power returned to his spirit. That villain's martial art is indeed quite strange. Wait, something's not right. Where is the other mask? Ghost realm. Pity. If you had attacked me as soon as we entered this grotto heaven, you might have had a chance to truly kill me, but you've delayed until now. My strength has returned. Interesting. Using the ghost vessel to kill a weakling always felt a bit excessive to me. Now this feels just right.